SGC here, we're back for comics time. Up first is Batgirl 43. Whoa, interesting character development in terms of the cast. A lot of people showing up, and I feel that's like sort of the norm for Batgirl nowadays, that a lot of people come in and out, and Barbara, she's discovering herself, though it's really a departure, like I said before, from her Oracle days, but what have you. It was a good issue, art is there, consistent, I enjoy it. And now we have another rogue gallery sort of thing. So that's kind of cool for me, who haven't seen or read much of Batgirl in terms of a rogue gallery. So it's nice inclusion. Next up, Hank Johnson, Agent of Hydra, one shot number 1. Michael, your art is amazing. This storyline is just fun. And it's like things we don't really consider. And I'm technically glad that it's not an ongoing, because it's like, what could they do? Johnson can die any moment. But it was a fun issue, sort of like a what if. I mean, this probably does happen, but it's just fun to have an actual issue talking about these certain things. And the art is awesome, coloring's great, storyline is just intriguing and different. Old Man Logan number 4, we have a team up with She-Hulk, and it's some crazy action. The art is crazy intense for the action here, and it's like a progression of the storyline. Now he's out of this sort of place, and where is he gonna go? I have no idea. Issue 4, I think 5 and 6 is gonna be the last one, because Secret Wars is gonna be over soon. So I am curious as to where Old Man Logan is gonna land when Secret Wars is over. Can't wait for the next issue. East of West number 20, a sort of a side issue, so we don't get the kid anymore. We have this chick. I'm really bad with names, so I don't remember names at all. So I think that's the real detergent for me in reading a lot of comics with a lot of characters, and this one is one of them. The art is stable, is great. In terms of the scope is huge. We have a lot of like tribes and just different factions and just their relationships and all. But this one was pretty good in terms of just setting up another like sort of place and their ideals and the such. I'm still getting it. I don't really know why, because it seems like the overlying arc is lost to me as to what is this series about anymore. It just feels like it's very huge in scope, and all these tiny stories aren't really adding up. So maybe East of West is on the cut block. I don't really know. Yeah, I look forward to the next issue in a sense to that they'll go back to Death. Like I'm more intrigued about his storylines rather than all these other side characters. So yeah, They're Not Like Us number 7. The group has finally escaped the voice. Now they're figuring out how to live their lives. It's a very quick sort of progression of story, as in they met each other, figured out all these powers, now they ditched the guy that sort of led them, and now they're trying to figure out how to live on their own. And it seems like it's just figuring out who are they themselves. And intriguing premise as usual. The plot progression, the characters are there. And at the end, we have this guy who's probably going to shake things up for sure. And I love, always, first panel is on the front page. And I do wonder where they're going to go with this. I sort of wish there's a more huge defining arc. And just more, maybe this book I feel like could do supporting character prequels or what have you, like Bitch Planet. Well, what have you. Enjoyed this issue. Can't wait for the next. Fight Club 2, number 4. Okay, seriously, I have no idea what's happening in this. I have no idea. Like, there's these old kids walking around and they're applying for things and they die. And it's like, they have these really messed up, like, I don't know. It's just like fulfill a wish places and they're doing really messed up things. And then Marla's walking around with these kids and there's this fight scene at the end. It's just like, who is who? I don't know. It's really confusing. I wonder if the book form would be a lot better for the storyline. Might stick around for a few more issues, but if it's like just really whack and just non-linear or cohesive enough for me to follow, might have to drop it, even though it's Fight Club. Rumble number 6, more Rumble story in terms of where he came from and the lifestyle and the world that he's from, and character progression with the whole realization that this Scarecrow guy's following him around. So Bobby has a lot cut out for him, and it's been 6 issues and it's been jam-packed of action. The art is amazing, really love it. The colors, characters, great stuff. Cannot wait for the next issue. Gotham by Midnight number 8. Really bummed out that I found out December is going to be their last issue. I really did enjoy the whole supernatural thing. Now the Spectre's around, there's this like imminent danger with like being too close to these monster things, and now we have this newscaster. That was an intense story arc in terms of just the violence and just the characters and just like the wackiness. And also we got the other cops sort of bearing down on them and trying to like figure out like, what do you exactly do? You got to explain yourself and all that. decent stuff. I mean, the art is great, storyline is great, characters are actually defined enough that I remember who is who, and I'm just bummed that it's going to be ending, so I cannot wait for the next issue. Where Monsters Dwell number 4. Get out of hot pot, go into another one. World building here, we get this new tribe beside the whole Amazonian woman, and characterization is more or less not really there, but the art is great. And the action sequence and the brutality, and it's just like, whoa, what's going to happen next? I do wonder if this is going to carry over a little bit, but who knows? I mean, I'm fine with the cast. I mean, him being British, like, fighting Starfighter, I don't know what I'm saying. But it's just fun to see such an anti-hero in a book. So, who knows? After Secret Wars, it might not be around. I'm not hearing anything, or I haven't seen anything that I usually see. But yeah, it was an interesting issue enough. I wouldn't say I can't wait for the next issue, but next issue, sure. Low number 9. Low is finally back. This issue was jam-packed with crazy action, really great art, pacing, story, characters. This was great. Now, I love how they have a write-up in the beginning to remind you what happened or what's happened so far. And then also gives you character names. So it's like the twins, Della and Hydra, are finally reunited, and things are going to be crazy when they're trying to look for their mom. And I can't wait for the next issue, because it was just like, whoa, that last issue or a few issues before, when it was like Della or Tanjo, their girlfriend, sort of like got owned because of art, and now we go back to that world, and there's a lot of great stuff. Great issue, can't wait for the next one. And that is all for this week's comics. I hope you liked what you bought, because you bought it with your money. If you have any comments, advice, recommendations, leave your comments down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And that is all for this week's Comics Time. Out!